I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. Hours after Vice President Harris goes to New Hampshire unveiling proposals to give tax breaks to small businesses.
Former President Trump had said he was hoping to debate Vice President Harris on Fox News tonight, but her campaign did not agree to that, and so it's turned into a town hall featuring just former President Trump with Fox News host Sean Hannity. Among the topics to be discussed, next Tuesday's debate with Harris on ABC.
That's Fox's Jessica Rosenthal. There's more scrutiny for Secret Service. More than a month after the Trump assassination attempt, Republican Senator Josh Hawley tells Fox whistleblowers have come forward saying some agents at the rally were from Homeland Security with no protection experience doing unrelated casework.
They were pulled off those cases, said, here, you're going to go guard the former president of the United States. Watch this webinar. Oops, it doesn't really work. Oh, that's all right. Go out into the field anyway.
The U.S. government has charged 6 Hamas leaders in the deaths of 43 Americans in the October 7th terror attack that triggered the war with Israel.
Hamas terrorists murdered civilians who tried to flee and those who sought refuge in bomb shelters. They murdered entire families. They murdered the elderly, and they murdered young children. They weaponized sexual violence against women.
Attorney General Merrick Garland. 3 of those Hamas members charged have been killed. The other 3 still in Gaza somewhere. A political shakeup in Ukraine while Russian attacks continue. Foreign Minister Dmytro Kuleba has resigned, joining several others stepping down.
President Zelensky's vowed to reset his cabinet, in his words, to achieve the results we need. Meanwhile, 7 people, 3 of them children, have reportedly been killed in a new Russian air attack on Lviv in western Ukraine. It follows missile strikes yesterday in which at least 50 people died.
Fox's Jonathan Savage. House Republicans have issued a subpoena for Secretary of State Antony Blinken to testify at a hearing later this month into the chaotic 2021 U.S. withdrawal from Afghanistan, that including a suicide bombing that killed Americans. America's listening to Fox News.
You might wonder, John Legend, how do you keep your voice sounding so legendary? Honey. And how do I keep my protection against COVID-19 up to date? With a COVID shot this season, designed for recent variants.
You can get your COVID-19 shot when getting your flu shot if you're due for both, as recommended by the CDC.
The fresher, the better.
Ask your healthcare provider about getting this season's COVID-19 shot when getting your flu shot.
Sponsored by Pfizer.
Donald Trump Jr. here. Since January of 2021, the cost of living has increased by 17.9%. You can't get that money back, but you can stop your losses by diversifying into a gold IRA from my friends at Birch Gold Group. To learn more, get your free info kit on gold IRAs by texting the word SHELTER to 989898. That's SHELTER to the number 989898 to get your free info kit from Birch Gold now.
Message and data rates may apply.
Former President Trump is appealing a federal judge's refusal to move the New York hush money criminal case he was already convicted in from state to federal court. He wants the conviction thrown out, claiming he had presidential immunity. A deputy is being mourned in Houston, Texas, the day after Maher Husseini was shot and killed while on his way to work, shot in his car at an intersection by someone who got out of their car and opened fire. A person of interest has been arrested. Hours later, 2 police officers were shot in Phoenix, Arizona.
Phoenix Police Chief Mike Sullivan calls it a terrible night.
One of our officers was saved by his ballistic vest and is in stable condition. The second officer is currently fighting for his life in critical condition.
Sullivan says the officers responded to a car break-in and were shot as they chased the suspect on foot.
Our officers have been met by gunfire 11 times this year, protecting and serving this community. What happens tonight is senseless. It angers me.
Police have detained 1 person. Carmen Roberts, Fox News.
A former aide to New York Governor Kathy Hochul, fired last year, is now accused of being an agent for the Chinese government. Linda Soon and her husband are both charged. Speaking of China, the U.S. climate envoy John Podesta is there
for 3 days in another round of climate talks between China and the U.S. and building on pacts between the two nations that are the largest greenhouse gas emitters, as the Biden administration is also pushing China to set more ambitious climate goal targets, and as a deadline approaches by the beginning of next year for countries to submit new nationally determined financial contributions to the United Nations.
That's Fox's Jeff Manasso. On Wall Street, stock futures are down modestly the day after a massive sell-off. The Dow plunged more than 600 points. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Iroquois County Sheriff's deputies pursued a suspect who reportedly was armed with a hostage. The chase crossed the border into Newton County, Indiana, and the Newton County Sheriff's Office joined that pursuit. After crashing, the suspect got out and exchanged gunfire with law enforcement. Both the suspect and Newton County Sheriff's corporal were hit by gunfire. Mass Transit District of Urbana-Champaign successfully restored the campus bus system to pre-pandemic service quality last week. The final changes were implemented Friday, adding more than 100 operating hours to all daytime, evening, and weekend campus routes. Buses will now appear at campus route stops every 10 minutes. For 8 decades, Hoopeston has been adding their own twist to the holiday of Labor Day. Monday, residents celebrating the 80th annual National Sweet Corn Festival. Each year, nearly 50,000 ears of corn gets cooked for the community, with people coming from all over to have a good time and try some of the ears of sweet corn. One visitor said the event continues to grow each year. You're locally up to date from the Stevie Jay Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Thank you, Jim, and good morning, September 4, ESPN 93.5. I'm Stevie J. There's Diane Ducey.
Hello.
Weather brought to you by Kramer Siding and Window.
Your premier provider for home improvements, specializing in siding, windows, doors, roofing, and outdoor living. Visit KramerSiding.com.
Well, Gregory's such a good student. He just does such a great job, Mrs. Solier. We just are so pleased with his...
What I do, huh? What I do, huh?
You got whatever. It's gorgeous,
the
man.
Weather is terrific. It was like 51 when I came in.
63 for the first sellout at Illinois since Barack Obama was president, okay?
Wow.
Yeah,
that's historic in nature.
Yeah, because don't say Donald Trump because it was 2016, but Donald Trump didn't take the White House until January 2017. Anyway, it's great. It's awesome. We have a sellout at Memorial Stadium, 6 o'clock Saturday night.
Yes.
And we're giving away tickets from ExpressPros.com.
That's right.
So you want to text in, what do I text in?
Illini.
On the page was at the meeting. Illini to 217-359-2255, and you can get yourself a couple of tickets.
That's right.
Yep. All right, Mr. Gregory, what are you seeing there, buddy?
And for that 6 p.m. Saturday evening kickoff, 22 ranked Kansas in town, 63 degrees at kickoff time. There'll be just the slightest of a northerly breeze, crystal clear skies. So, jacket, light jacket, sweater, hoodie weather, as you would expect for Saturday evening football here in early to mid-September practically. But it'll have anything but early to mid-September feel at times for the next couple of days around here, and again later next week with another big warm-up in sight. Got to help it along. The rains helped on Friday last week, but not much going on in the next 2.5, 3 weeks. So some folks will be happy about that. Others maybe not necessarily so, with still some dryness and drought issues despite the drier pattern of benefit for early harvest here in our neck of the woods. 53 at Willard and Savoy, 51 at Danville, 54 at Peoria, 48 at the Kankakee, 51 over at Charleston, Mattoon, along to Wabash down at Paris. They are at 49 degrees. Sunny and warmer, my favorite kind of forecast. The breeze correct out of the south at a high around 84. Not as cool tonight, 61. Sunny, warm tomorrow on 86. Creasing clouds tomorrow night, about 62. And there may be a quick little 5 or 10 minute shower thunderstorm early morning on Friday. A break, maybe a few raindrops in the afternoon Friday. West northwesterly breeze and 76. A Sunday to partly cloudy, cool for the days and seasons worth of weather on Saturday. Highs only at 69, but back up to 71 on Sunday, mid-70s Monday. Here come the 80s roaring back next Tuesday and Wednesday. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
All right, thank you, sir. He's president of Winning Republican Strategies, Aaron Evans. So what are you all about?
So we're a Republican strategy firm, as it says in our name, and we help candidates win across the country from federal to local, coast to coast.
Well, that's what you ought to do. If you have burger, you ought to call it Aaron's Burgers so we know who's behind it. Here you got Winning Republican Strategies. Who wouldn't want to hire you, right?
It is the goal of, everything we do is about saving this country from the, gosh, what a mess, we're looking at with some of the alternatives if we don't win, right?
All right, let's break this down. Tuesday's supposed to be a debate. Will it happen?
Yeah, I think it will. I think obviously you probably could bring 10 consultants on and get 10 different perspectives, but I think it's going to happen. And, look, I think that ultimately a lot of this back and forth that we've seen, I don't think Harris wants the debate to happen, frankly. I mean, I think when you look at even the initial conversation about changing the rules from what the Democrats negotiated in the last debate to the opposite. And President Trump has said he's fine either way. He's good to debate. And but it's going to be a very interesting night for America to see how she stands up to, and I think you're going to see a contrast of two very different records. You're going to see the great economic record, globe at peace. You're going to see the accomplishments of President Trump, and that you're going to see that in contrast to Harris having to own the failed Biden-Harris record. She's gotten a slight bump in the polls, since she took the ticket instead of Biden, but she never had to face a primary. I mean, we literally have, we're 2 months away from a most consequential election in the world for the most powerful position in the world, and one of the major candidates never even had to campaign to be where she's at right now. So that's something we've got to remember before this debate.
It's remarkable. Will the microphones be silent when they're not talking?
That it sounds like they're going to be they're going to be hot based on the discussion back and forth. But look, I think regardless of whether they're hot or whether they're silent, we're going to see a clear contrast, and I anticipate President Trump to have a strong performance.
But Aaron, if they're hot, I guarantee this.
Mr. Vice President, I'm speaking. I'm speaking. $400,000
He said he's
a
going to
year.
repeal the Trump tax cuts.
Mr. Vice President, I'm speaking.
That is like fingernails on a chalkboard, man. Oh.
Look, it's one of those where it's raw and real, and I think that it's interesting to. It's interesting to see that they're trying to move it in that direction, but again, I have full confidence that President Trump will have a strong performance.
All right, so people say, "Gosh, he should just be more presidential." That's not Donald Trump, right? We stop expecting that.
Yeah, look, and I think at the end of the day, I think that it's important to also, especially for swing voters who are listening to the show this morning and are really trying to make a decision on which direction to go. Look, it's important to separate personality from policy, and there's many Americans that love his personality, and there's some that may not as much. But again, we've got two very distinct records. I mean, we literally have one of the worst administrations in the history of the United States. And look, we've got to remember, she's the one that has bragged about how much time she spent every day with Joe Biden. And at the same time, she's convincing America he's sane, he's stable, he's solid, we can trust Joe, he's all right. And all of a sudden, once we get to the final hour, her and her team are pushing him out of the race and taking the reins, and all of a sudden now he's unstable. Well, she's been lying to America for months, and she's known it by her own admission because she's been with him hours a day. And so, she can't act like this is a brand new administration when she's been such a key part of the failures of Joe Biden. And so I think just that stark contrast alone between, again, a globe without the risk of World War III, a thriving economy, safe communities versus overrun borders, every town's border town, economy, basically them gaslighting and saying inflation is fixed while, I just went through a fast food restaurant yesterday and it was still $16 for a hamburger. That's not inflation being fixed in my book, but, maybe it is to them.
Well, they're positioning Trump as the incumbent, right? I mean, and then they said, it's time for this era to end. Well, you've been a big part of the era. What I mean?
That's right. Yeah.
It's crazy.
They're gaslighting America. I mean, the entire campaign for the Harris campaign, it's the biggest gaslighting campaign I've seen in my over 20 years in politics. And to your point, it's literally like she's pretending that she has no responsibility and that she's not been the vice president of this failed administration for the last 4 years.
Okay, Aaron Evans, you don't live in Washington, right? You have a 202, but you don't live there. It's 95% Democrat, right?
I am south of the border in Virginia, I'm thankful to be a Virginian.
You're in the swamp, not of the swamp, I guess, is what you said.
That's right.
Aaron Evans, how can people connect with Winning Republican Strategies?
Yeah, check us out, winningrepublicans.com, and you can learn more about our firm and how we can help winning Republicans in Michigan, and 844-WRS-WINS, winningrepublicans.com.
Well, I know you're doing a lot of interviews. We're in Illinois, so we're kind of dark blue forever. So what do we? Not much.
And I apologize.
No worries.
I was on Michigan on this last call.
Listen, I know everybody wants to talk to you this morning, but I appreciate your time. Any predictions?
No, it's great.
Is Trump going to win?
Look, at this particular point in in the 2016 election, he was 5 points down. Now he's 2 points down. He obviously won in 2016. This is territory that's very familiar for President Trump. When you look at his job approval ratings versus Harris job approval ratings, they're spectacular. And so I do think that as we get closer and things tighten up, especially after this debate and some other things, I think we're going to really see the polls tighten even more. But I'm very bullish.
Okay.
I think we can't take it for granted. Everybody needs to go vote.
Aaron, nice visiting with you. Appreciate your time.
Likewise. Have a great day.
You too. Let's check sports headlines 7:16. So if you want to win and you're Republican, maybe you call that guy.
There you go.
All right, sports headlines, Diane Ducey.
It took 12 innings, but the Cardinals beat the Brewers 7-4. Here's your Redbird recap.
With Ricky Horton, I'm John Rooney, and a long day's journey in tonight ended in 12 innings last night as the Cardinals turned back the Brewers 7-4, and tonight the Cardinals will be going for a series win.
So many heroes last night. Paul Goldschmidt hit a home run that tied him with Joe DiMaggio on the all-time list. Another 3-hit game for him. Cardinals bullpen was outstanding. Matthew Liberatore especially good out of the Cardinals pen. Ryan Helsley pitched well, throwing 101, and just an awful lot of heroes, including Michael Ciani, who got a big hit.
And the pitch to him is hit into left field for a base hit. One run scores. Here comes another. Herrera will score from second base, and the Cardinals take the lead in the 12th. Michael Ciani delivers. 6-4 Cardinals.
Michael Ciani put the Cardinals ahead. The Cardinals added one more and won 7-4, and we're on the air tonight at 5:45. Sonny Gray will pitch for the Redbirds. The Cardinals Hall of Fame and Museum is the official home of Cardinals history. For those who want to be a part of one of the sport's greatest collections in the world, museum membership is the way to go. Cardinals Museum membership provides unlimited admission for 1 year, exclusive Hall of Fame bobbleheads, discounts, ticket offers, and more, in addition to supporting exhibit design and artifact restoration. There are a variety of membership levels, including our ultimate level of membership. For more info and to join, go to cardinals.com/membership.
Pittsburgh over the Cubs 5-0. There's a 6:40 start. Shota takes the mound for the Cubbies. Let's go. US 105.9 has that action. Baltimore over the Chicago White Sox 9-0. They have a 5:35 game. Illinois and Kansas sold out. That's why we're pushing these tickets. Get them here with Stevie Jay Broadcasting as we work with ExpressPros.com, your link to top talent and opportunities. Locally owned and operated at 1001 North Madison, Champaign. Text Illini 359-2255.
There you go. All right. Weather brought to you this morning by Carl.
Carl reminds you they're always looking to increase the team. If you're concerned about the health of our community, consider visiting carl.org/careers.
All right, your Fox Business Minute coming up. It's Wednesday. Ed Martin, Brother Johnny at the bottom of the hour.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for East Central Illinois. Champaign and vicinity. Nice couple of days of late summertime weather across East Central Illinois, the Twin Cities, and beyond. Strong cold front will come racing through the area late tomorrow night. May generate a couple of showers in the transition. Cooler air settles on in for the day on Friday, back into a hint of early autumn over the course of the weekend. Then we'll stair-step temperatures quite nicely back into late summertime levels over the middle and late portions of next week and beyond, and a largely dry weather pattern too. Sunny, warmer for the day today, up around 84, and a light southeast to south wind. Tonight not as cool, mostly clear at 61. Tomorrow mostly sunny, warm, south breeze will stay light, the high around 86. Clouds gather tomorrow night, lows to the lower 60s, and breezy cooler weather on Friday. A couple of showers around with a partly sunny sky and a high to about 76. Cool for the seas on Saturday, partly cloudy, highs to about 69, about 62 at kickoff time. Dry weather there. Sunday with highs into the lower 70s. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
Take charge of the years ahead with a smart, sound investment strategy and business succession plan. Busey Bank's business and wealth management experts help you envision your best future with powerful insights and proven strategies. Building business and growing wealth since 1868. Busey Bank, proud to be the official bank of the Fighting Illini. Member FDIC.
I'm Elizabeth McDonald, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Dollar Tree shares are down nearly 15% following a disappointing quarter. The discount chain is citing increasing pressure on middle and higher income customers. Sales rose, but by less than 1%. Dollar Tree is lowering expectations for the year. Hormel shares are down 5%. Sales were weaker than expected in the recent quarter, and its forecast is cautious. Hormel makes Skippy, Spam, Dinty Moore, Planters, and other food brands. Nippon Steel says if it takes over U.S. Steel, the majority of its board will be American citizens. It will remain a U.S. company, and its headquarters will remain in Pittsburgh. Democratic presidential candidate Kamala Harris said this week U.S. Steel should remain American-owned and American-operated. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jenny Coselda. Invested in you.
From the Fox News Podcasts Network.
I'm Ben Domenech, Fox News contributor and editor of the Transom.com daily newsletter. And I'm inviting you to join a conversation every week with the smartest thinkers out there about the issues Americans face and where we're going as a nation. This show will feature deep dive interviews with newsmakers and some of your favorite Fox News analysts. I hope you'll join me as we dive into the fray. It's the Ben Domenech Podcast.
Subscribe and listen now by going to foxnewspodcasts.com or wherever you download podcasts.
Are you looking to get the most from your money? If not, you should be. A free rewards checking account from Fisher National Bank gives you access to their Reward Saver, which earns you an exceptional annual percentage that can really increase your earnings potential. No monthly service fees or minimum balance required. When you're ready to make the most of your money, switch to Rewards Checking or Rewards Saver from Fisher National. See monthly requirements at any branch or FisherNational.com. Fisher National Bank, exceptional communities, exceptional people. Member FDIC.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin. Hey, good morning. You're heading to the airport, right?
Yep, thanks for checking. I like the car. How long have you been a rideshare driver?
About 3 years now. I really enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to make money these days with the price of gas being so high?
Not for me. I use Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get real money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yep, I get real cash back every time I get gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code LEARN for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code LEARN for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code LEARN.
You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
Urbana Park District invites you to get fit for free. Fitness classes all summer at Meadowbrook Park. Each Saturday, free yoga in the park starting at 9 a.m. On select Saturdays, free Zumba in the park starting at 10:30. And on select Tuesdays, free Tai Chi starting at 6:30 p.m. All classes are at Meadowbrook Park in the Garden Pavilion, and all ages and abilities are welcome. Meet new friends, bring friends to these classes, and enjoy. For details, visit urbanaparks.org.
Get the roof your home deserves by Roof Doctors, your residential roofing specialist that has always offered the best warranties in the industry, like our non-prorated 50-year warranty. Our customers love that we are family-owned and locally operated. We make our customer needs our top priority. With over 30 years experience and the best customer service, give Roof Doctors a call today for your free estimate at 328-7529. In your community and for your community, Roof Doctors.
Yeah, there's some definite excitement. Illinois playing Kansas. It's 8 years. Who remembers the name Mitch Trubisky? He was the North Carolina quarterback, later the big pick for the Chicago Bears. That was the last sellout that we've had. Kansas is a sellout. I didn't see it coming. Ticket office must have. I thought after Eastern, which was a good solid crowd for a Thursday night at 8 o'clock, I thought, 50, 45, 50, but 60? I think that's our capacity. I don't even know the capacity because it's never been an issue. So what's going to be different, people, is that when you look at your ticket and you go in, you actually have to sit in your seat because there's been flex time, flex ticks. It's like you go up in the corners because they're always open. Well, not anymore. What will the kids feel? How will they feel running on the field? It won't be full when they run on the field because they always fill in. But by the middle of the first quarter, it should be picturesque. And the temperature is going to be lovely, and we're going to all be dressed in orange. What the heck? That's at Illinois. This is University of Illinois campus,
Absolutely.
So this is what you would call an opportunity.
Yes.
If we don't play well, then we lost an opportunity.
Now, Kansas is bumped up. They're number 19 now.
So a top 20 football team in here. Get us in, I guess, practice for when Michigan comes because they're going to be a top 10 team. And I don't know if we have any others like that or not. I think that's about it. At Penn State, at Oregon. So I'm not sure we have any other ranked teams, at least at this point. So anyway, it's exciting. And it's just for those of you, the generations, there are some kids that have been born that have never seen a sellout.
That's
it's just few and far between. It's just... So for those that went through the University of Illinois 4 years and have never, it's really cool.
It is.
Let me tell you.
The energy back in the Mike White era. I felt like Memorial Stadium was rocking.
It was.
I wondered if it would crumble.
Literally, they had civil engineers look at it because at the Michigan game of 1983, they actually had structural engineers, because we have civil engineers extraordinaire at the University of Illinois, because it was so full. We had 76,000, I think. It was before renovation. We had that kind of capacity. Now, we of course, haven't needed that.
Uh-huh.
But back then, they put folding chairs on the track that was also there.
Right.
And I was covering the game for ABC Radio, and the literal press box was rocking. They had auxiliary seating. There were too many people up there. There were flat out too many people up there. And they had to build extra tables, kind of makeshift, and put wires. And I had to have the AT&T guy put a phone line in for me. It was just, I can't even describe it. So the bottom line is, it's fun.
Yes, it is. We'll have to actually find our seat, probably. We can't drop down like in the EIU game, maybe.
No.
But EIU had energy, too.
No, it was
just so late.
It was normal.
Right.
It was like 40,000 people,
Right.
whatever it was. But just imagine this. University Avenue, right?
Yeah.
First Street.
Yeah.
That's where I lined up to go to the Michigan game in 83.
goodness. Like, that's over by the police station.
Yes, it is.
Dallas and Company.
It was lined up all the way to University just to get in press parking.
Whoa.
And I'm going, I hope I didn't cut this too close.
Right. You're starting to
Nothing you
sprint
can
to
do.
Memorial Stadium to make the deadline.
It's just a different time. And now we got to sell out. And listen, I don't need to tell you what happens if we win the game.
Mm-hmm.
But it'll be a lot of buzz. And then my talk next week, I'm already planning that, is I hope we don't let down, which we will, and probably can't play at that level because these kids have never played in front of a home crowd like this. So they're going to be jacked, and we're going to play really well, and we might win. We could very well beat Kansas.
This is what Jay Lehman was calling the game. There's that kind of pressure where you have so many fans and
I think they look at it
expectations.
As the kids are probably just and chest bump. That's you are up. I'm not even going to worry about a letdown. Well, let's just see if we can win,
right,
and then deal with it because we've not been here.
Right.
This is the first for every one of the last time. The last time we sold out, the kids playing were 11. Okay.
That's crazy.
They're 11 years old.
Right.
They're going to 5th grade. So that's fun.
Mm-hmm.
We have tickets. Just text in 217-359-2255. They actually have appeal and draw and demand.
Right.
And a lot of people want these free tickets we have.
Charlie Miller and the team with Express Pros happy about this opportunity.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Getting in on our Illini ticket giveaway throughout the 6 home games.
Yeah, who'd have thunk we'd be dealing with a hot ticket?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we are, okay?
We are.
It's like this every week here. Yeah, you take your Tuscaloosa, you take your Georgia, whatever. So we deal with it all the time here
at
Illinois. All right, the news is coming up. We got Ed and Johnny got a pretty good cut from Kamala and her weird accent that she
at the union thing for Labor Day.
We'll talk about that.
Okay.
7:30 next.
What is most important in your life? This is Starla Carr with Provident Financial Group. If you're launching a career, raising a family, planning for retirement, or creating a legacy, we can help. At Provident, we provide strategic thinking and perspective that help clients realize their goals. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Commonwealth Financial Network. Member FINRA SIPC, a registered investment advisor.
Fox News, I'm CJ Papa. 61 days until the November 5th presidential election. Fox's Mark Meredith at the White House.
It is the sprint to the finish for the 2024 presidential election. Today, both major party presidential candidates on the trail. Vice President Harris, she'll be talking about the economy up in New Hampshire. And former President Trump, he'll be talking to voters right here on Fox.
The town hall begins at 9 p.m. Eastern on Fox's Hannity. Was the Secret Service prepared or not prepared to protect former President Trump? July 13, he was nearly killed by an assassin's bullet. Missouri Senator Josh Hawley says whistleblowers confirmed that to him.
They were pulled off those cases, said, here, you're going to go guard the former president of the United States. Watch this webinar. Oops, it doesn't really work. Oh, that's all right. Go out into the field anyway.
A Republican on Jesse Waters' prime time. America's listening to Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Urbana police still investigating a shooting from 2 weeks ago. Left one person dead, another person hurt. They're asking for the public's help through Champaign County Crime Stoppers in solving the case. The shooting happened at Hunter Street and Learman Avenue. A group of people were in the townhouse complex courtyard when the physical altercation started. Mohammed Seymour School is turning up to voters once again and asking to help them keep up with growing numbers. If the $112 million question on November's ballot is passed, it would build 2 new buildings, demolish the current junior high school, and work on other facility upgrades. Champaign Unit 4 School District and the Urbana School District, among the other local districts in Vermilion County, set to receive over $4 million in funding. Evidence-based funding formula works to make school funding more equitable by calculating the needs of individual school districts and basing its state revenue on those needs. And that's what's happening on your Wednesday. You're locally up to date from the Stevie Jay Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Thank you, Jim Miller. Weather brought to you by the Urbana Park District.
Oh, my goodness. So many great things happening, including the free fitness classes. I went to that Candlelight concert. It was so great at the Lake House last weekend. They've got their Jazz Walk coming up at Meadowbrook Park. Keep up, like me, Diane Ducey, urbanaparks.org.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for Central Illinois, Champaign, Urbana, Saturday. Nice spell of late summertime weather for the next couple. Next cold front due in here for Thursday night with cooler air settling on in for Friday. Hint of early autumn in the air, but dry skies, light winds for football Saturday evening. Big warm-up slated again for the middle and late portions of next week. And a dry weather pattern here for the next 2 or 3 weeks. Sunny, warmer for the day today up around 84 and a light south breeze. Tonight, not as cool, clear, and 61. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, warm with a high around 86 degrees on a bit of a southwesterly wind. Increasing clouds, 62 tomorrow night, and a couple of passing brief light showers early and late in the day and Friday. Partly sunny, breezy, cooler at 76. Partly cloudy, dry weather on football Saturday. Highs up to 69, 62 at kickoff time with light winds and clear skies. Highs up to 71 on Sunday. Mid-70s Monday. We climb back into the 80s in a dry weather pattern that continues on in Sunfield over the middle and late portions of next week, too. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm Adolphus Greg Soldier.
It is Wednesday, ESPN 93.5. We welcome Brother Johnny, who can see Mount Rushmore from where he is right now. Nice. It's Rapid City, South Dakota, where Nancy Pelosi believes Joe Biden belongs. Johnny!
Well, we're here, all right. Actually, we're at the Hotel Alex, which is a historic hotel, and we're in the presidential suite. The same room that Franklin Roosevelt, Eisenhower, Nixon, and Reagan stayed, and, wow. And that's on the door as you walk in. And now John and Bobby, they haven't got that on the door yet, but they're up there.
Well, they did stay at the presidential suite because it was their 46th anniversary yesterday, Ed.
Wow, holy cow! That's 26 of the best years of her life. You know, that's amazing. Yeah, that's right. And by the way, they were very nice, and for our anniversary, they gave us the room for $150, which is probably less than Franklin paid.
Yeah, that's right. That's probably right. It's Ed Martin, President of Eagle Forum Legal Defense Fund. Ed Martin, tied into Washington, in the swamp, but not of the swamp. It's always a pleasure to get together on Wednesdays. Okay, I wanted to start with the interesting dialect of Kamala Harris yesterday. It was just kind of an accent, Ed. I know you've heard it, Johnny. You probably haven't, but she had it going on.
You better thank a union member for sick leave. You better thank a union member for paid leave.
Now, who's responsible for this unwarranted attack on my person?
You better thank a union member for vacation time.
And then, interestingly, somebody must have got to her later in the day, because this is how she sounded hours later.
Thank unions for sick leave. Thank unions for paid family leave. Thank unions for your vacation time.
Kind of normal. Anyway, Ed, what is?
I think it's so exciting to have Foghorn Leghorn back into the vernacular. I mean, this is so exciting. I love that guy, and of course, I think they're all politically incorrect now. I'm not sure you can even show those cartoons. Look, politicians that pander to the crowd, that's not a distinguishing characteristic. The problem for Kamala Harris is it comes in the context of, she tries to say she's a working class lady. She was raised in the upper middle class suburbs in Montreal, Canada. I mean, she tries to say she was a Howard University African American trailblazer when, most of the other things she did until she was about 20 were Indian American. And again, none of it's bad. It's a sort of a credibility problem, a do you believe her problem. And then, at the same time, you've got a situation where she flip-flops on all the major issues. She's going to roll out some tax plans today that sound like a Republican. I mean, Jack Kemp is going to take a hard look at some of these from heaven. So, I think she's got a bit of a credibility problem. But here's what I think. I don't think she cares, because I think she and her people know the media won't hold her accountable. Imagine if Donald Trump went into sort of a ghettoized voice when he was talking in Philadelphia. There would be no end to the coverage. So if you can get away with it, then you go ahead and do it. And I think she's living proof right now that a Democrat presidential candidate opposite Donald Trump can do anything, say anything, and will not be confronted by it.
Yeah, well, the problem with the flip-flops, though, you can evolve into a different view, but when you change 6 or 8 key points of your life over 3 weeks, that's more like schizophrenia, Ed. And the problem is, she's going to switch right back. And an example will be the border. No more illegals. Well, she was going to make everybody coming over legal. That's one way to do it. You don't stop the people coming in. You just say, well, it's legal now. And so it's not going to change a thing. And it seems like it might be a little bit worse to me from what I'm hearing.
Well, I mean, isn't it kind of the message was, my values have not changed? Is that not a tip of the cap to everybody on the left?
Well, I think it's a code for something. I think she was trying to be clever. It doesn't make sense to a normal person, but if you just cover the phrase "my values haven't changed," people think, "Oh, wow, she's committed to whatever she's committed to." I mean, again, voters are coming in on snippets, right? They're not coming in for the full coverage, especially if there's no full coverage. So I don't know what my values haven't changed when 8 years ago or 5 years ago when she's running for president, she's for decriminalizing the border. Now she's for enforcing the border laws. What does it mean to say your values haven't changed if you have completely different positions? So I don't know how to make head or tail of that, but she's getting away with it. Is my point. That's the news here is she's getting away with it.
Well, it just sounds great. My values haven't changed. Oh, that's good. What are your values? Well, I'm not saying. So that's great. We have no idea what we're getting. We kind of do, and it's going to be really bad. So I'm hoping she can't pull it off.
Okay, so we're not going to talk before the debate. Is the debate going to happen? Are the mics going to be hot, Ed? What do you know?
Well, from what I heard, I talked this morning actually to somebody in the Trump campaign, one of the senior folks. I mean, they're going to do the debate. Whatever the rules they want to do, they want the debate, they want the contrast, and so the question will be: is she using this as a way to dodge the debate, right, and come out and say, "Oh, I didn't get everything I wanted. I'm not going to do it." I don't think her arrogance / confidence can allow that, right? I think she's a former U.S. senator vice president. She's not going to do no debates. But I don't think we know at this point. I think there's a lot. This campaign, Kamala Harris's campaign, is unprecedented in many ways. But one of the ways it's unprecedented is there is a real discipline about not letting her out into the open air. And so, you kind of say to yourself, if they're going to be consistent, they'll find a way to pull her back because it'll be so bad. But I ultimately think she's going to be listening to herself and her friends and her family, and she's going to go out there and do it. And I think that will be look, I already think the coverage is not real. Her polling numbers are not good. She's losing fast. She's losing ground fast. I don't think this is close at all. And so I will not be surprised if there's a lot more Hail Marys thrown in terms of decisions by the Kamala Harris team. It just doesn't make sense to not realize every state is fading away from her. She's not winning votes in Pennsylvania. She's not getting more popular. So they can lie all they want about the New York Times poll. But again, I'm talking to people in the Trump campaign. Their internals show Trump's gaining every day.
Well, and I think that if she can't handle the debate at ABC, Eddie, then she can't handle anything. I mean, that's as much of a home court advantage as you can get, and I'm sure that Trump's going to do it regardless because she's totally fearless, which is a strength and a weakness. And Kamala, I think, would be happy to get out of it because, as arrogant as she is, she still wants to be president, and she's scared to do it. Don't forget, Stevie, when you don't practice something, you're a little rusty. She has not been practicing rolling with the punches and fielding questions.
Yeah, right.
And even she would probably, I would guess, know every question, but she can get flustered and she kind of forgets. Without the teleprompter, she can go off, and I think she would be much more comfortable if she can just make it look like Trump doesn't want to debate her.
Yeah.
And so they keep trying to change the rules all over.
When Donald Trump interrupts her, you're going to get this.
Mr. Vice President, I'm speaking.
I have to
I'm
weigh
speaking. $400,000
He said he's
a
going to
year.
repeal the Trump tax cuts.
Mr. Vice President, I'm speaking.
Well,
I'm speaking.
be important if you said the truth.
If you don't mind letting me finish, we can then have a conversation.
I don't know
okay?
why that just gets me every time.
Yeah, but I mean, here's my thing on that. Here's my thing on that, guys, is that if anyone who has turned to vote for her because of that, it's already gone. That's not. In other words, that's, to me, those people they're not suddenly going to say, "Oh boy, he interrupted, therefore now I know he's rude." I mean, they're already there, and I think it's more. I think it's more likely that he says to her, "You're lying," and then the coverage is about what he said. Let me point something out to you guys. The Gold Star family's, ongoing discussion and sort of controversy about Donald Trump being invited by the Gold Star families to be at Arlington Cemetery on the 3rd anniversary of the horrendous pullout of Afghanistan, and then he's being attacked for supposedly using Arlington Cemetery as a backdrop for politics when Biden did it, McCain did it, Romney did it, everybody did. But here's the point. Donald Trump, in this controversy, has everyone talking about dead American soldiers because of the incompetence of Biden-Harris. Whenever you're talking about the issue frame you want, and nobody died, and Trump says all the time, nobody died during his tenure at that one period where he said, "Don't kill anyone in Afghanistan. We're getting 18 months. Nobody died." Right? There wasn't a slaughter in Israel when Donald Trump was in, and so he gets the framing. So if his answer is, remember with Hillary, he said you'd be in jail on the hot mic. And everyone, say, "Oh, he's interrupting." No, he got everybody talking about you being in jail, right? So I just think he's likely to get as much gain out of the attention as he would downside. And I think back to which one of you said it. I don't think she thinks she can do it, so she's got to find a way out.
Yeah. Well, and the correct response to that, Stevie, is I know you're talking, but you're not saying it. And that's the problem.
Well, and she's going to say,
Wait a second, Stevie J, I got to insert this. Spoken like a man who somehow survived 46 years of marriage, because that's the line you'd say to your wife, and you'd end up sleeping on the couch. So I very a lot of bravado coming out of South Dakota right now.
Well, she and after the presidential suite and all, she's going to say, "I've convicted many people like you." And she's going to get all of that in, and I don't know without notes. And I understand there are no notes, and they're standing at the podium, and just like the Biden debate, but I think that she'll probably be better than you think, because I would expect great things.
I agree.
Because she's going to be so underestimated. So it's going to be whatever Donald Trump does, and he does it every time. So we know what he's going to do. So it'll be interesting. But I do agree, based on the connection with the leader of ABC News and Kamala, they're very good friends. Just like Donna Brazile got Hillary Clinton the questions, I'm sure she'll have a look at it. So
when is it slated for?
Tuesday night ABC. I would think there'll be a lot of people viewing that, so it will be pretty key. But there's no question. They say that the bump really wasn't there for Kamala. She was up 4 before the convention, up 4 after. What are the internals? When they say internals, what does that mean, Ed?
Well, there's a reason why political campaigns do their own polling, because they don't trust what they're seeing from the public ones, right? I don't think Democrats have to do their own polling because they get a service by the media, but what they're seeing is they're actually sampling what they think. You know, the big test of a poll is deciding what you think the turnout will be, right? If you're predicting the turnout based on 2020, the percentage-wise, that doesn't make much sense, because in 2020 you had a situation where Donald Trump was in office for 4 years. A lot of energy was on his opposition, and so you say, the turnout's going to be 42% Democrats, 40% Republicans, the rest independents. That's how you do your surveying. If you do that now in 2024, when the economy's tanked and everything else, you're going to have Kamala up. Doesn't make sense. And so the internal polls show more momentum than reality. It's hard to know what the numbers are, but it's not hard to see the momentum, and especially among certain groups. There's a story in the New York Times that men are turning away from Kamala Harris, and that's interesting enough. And the numbers for white men have gone from plus 13 for Trump to plus 21. That's interesting enough. The more interesting thing, though, is we've been talking about it for 6 months, is I think African-American men are looking up and they're going, I am sick of being screeched at by all these angry white liberal women, and Kamala looks like she's on their team. And I'm sick of this, because nobody's helping me. Nobody's helping me with my illegal immigration's killing my wages. I'm experiencing real, inflation in my life. And so when you look at those numbers, the momentum is going Trump's way. And here's another detail. According to the polls, even if you sample whatever the heck way they want, Hillary and Biden were in a better position than Kamala is right now against Trump. And, of course, Trump closed very strong. Obviously, with Hillary, he was supposed to lose by 6 or whatever it was, he won. So you're seeing, this idea that Kamala's ahead of Hillary and Biden. That's not true. That's false. And last thing I'll say, there's more data that suggests what I've always believed, which is most Trump voters are slow to offer that in a real poll, because there's no upside in telling someone, a stranger, that you're for Trump when you don't know who it is. If it's your landlord, you might find that you get somebody messing with your lights, right? So I think that there's the shy Trump voter in polling is something now that's talked about again more and more. So a momentum more than anything is what you're seeing.
Well, and I'll tell you, too, if you talk about data, Stevie, the data belongs to big tech. They have what you would call internals, however you want. They know what's going on. It's the data boys. And Zuckerberg wrote a letter that said, "What am I fault, Donald? I didn't. It's Joe made us do it. I should have thought it through. But look, I'm not giving any money. I'm not giving any more money this time." and so I think that's a signal to me that says, I don't think this looks very good for us. So he's doing a little bit of pre-kissing up, and it's not a bad idea for Zuckerberg, because he was a key in 2020.
All right, it's Ed Martin, Brother Johnny, today, just a couple more minutes remaining. So from this date, September 4th, and now early voting starts, Ed, will the Republicans do all of that, since Donald Trump has said, vote early, get them in? Is that what they're going to do this time?
Well, I'm involved with some of the get out the vote efforts and some of the election integrity protection stuff. And you're seeing that if the rules in your state are that you can vote early, people are doing it. I don't think we'll ever be as good at vote harvesting as the Democrats, in part because they designed the system to cheat, in my opinion. So, coming up in a few weeks, there's going to be a battle on the budget in the House, the U.S. House, and they've attached to the budget, the spending resolution, a law that says that illegals can't vote and drives that home. It's illegal now, too, but and the Democrats are opposing that. You say, why would you oppose illegals, being forbidden to vote, and you draw your own conclusions. So, I think Republicans have a lot of energy, and I think they've deployed it in the right places. Voter registration, get out the vote. I do think where it's close, when you can cheat, the powers that be will cheat. So, by the way, sometimes it's Republicans. I'm not naive to think it's only Democrats that cheat. There's no holiness, in one party or the other. So I do think that. But when Donald Trump says too big to rig, you've got to figure that there's going to. I consider that a broad description, meaning too big, too many volunteers paying attention to the polls, too much scrutiny, too many lawsuits. Really fighting tooth and nail. And I see that the Republicans are doing that, especially in the key states. If you're in Illinois, you're probably not seeing much of that intensity because it's not up for grabs. But if you're in, Pennsylvania, every city block has Republicans as well as Democrats and others trying to make sure they get out the vote.
And to me, the too big to rig means there's just too many of the middle folks that cannot vote for this ticket. They just can't do it. And so you just can't deliver enough anti-Trump votes to swing it this time. That's the way that's the only way, Eddie. We haven't done enough to turn back the vulnerability of the system, the same-day registration, and the early voting with the printing all the ballots is just too easy. And yes, it's both sides, but the Democrats are about, if there's a football game, it'd be 72-3. I mean, it's not even. They've got this. If there's a way to do it, and in places where they'll do it, they're just very good at it. I'm going with Blagojevich on this one. He's the one who said, we're just better at this than you are.
All right, Ed, how can people find Ed Martin?
Well, I just want to say that I just got a text from Johnny's wife, and she said he's actually the vice president in that household. So the vice presidential suite is he's going to got to move down the hall after his comments. On X at Eagle Ed Martin, I'm ramping up with 2 months to go. I'm in there. You'll see a lot more hot fighting as well as images of puppies and cats and puppies hugging. I'm trying to bring peace also. So at Eagle Ed Martin on X, and then over at phyllisschlafly.com, you can see all of our great work with our organization.
Well, Stephen, I got to tell you, the reason I got this presidential suite is so I could have another room to talk to you guys while she's sleeping. That's how you stay married for 46 years.
Awesome. Hey, guys, we'll talk after the debate. It'll be the day after. We'll see what you think.
All righty.
All right, thank you. Ed Martin, Brother Johnny, ESPN 93.5. As we jump to our morning weather, brought to you this morning by Busey for over 155 years. Busey, member FDIC. Great weather ahead, my friends.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for East Central Illinois. Champaign and Van vicinity. Nice couple of days of late summertime weather across East Central Illinois, the Twin Cities and beyond. Strong cold front will come racing through the area late tomorrow night. May generate a couple of showers in the transition. Cooler air settles on in for the day on Friday, back into a hint of early autumn over the course of the weekend. And we'll stair-step temperatures quite nicely back into late summertime levels over the middle and late portions of next week and beyond. In a largely dry weather pattern, too. Sunny, warmer for the day today, up around 84, and a light southeast to south wind. Tonight, not as cool, mostly clear at 61. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, warm. South breeze will stay light, the high around 86. Clouds gather tomorrow night, lows to the lower 60s, and breezy and cooler weather on Friday. Couple of showers around with a partly sunny sky and a high to about 76. Cool for the seas on Saturday, partly cloudy, highs to about 69, about 62 at kickoff time. Dry weather there. Sunday with highs into the lower 70s. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Soldier.
Hi, this is Steve from Good Vibes.
And I'm Keneno, linebacker on the football team. And I have a question.
Fire away.
I'm getting to know about the OLED TVs and pixels and all that, but I'm a college student. A $2,000 TV is just not happening right now. Why wouldn't I just get a basic set from Walmart?
Well, that's a good question. There's an old saying, buy cheap, buy twice. We sell Sony TVs. We love those OLEDs. We love the mini LEDs, but you can choose a 65-inch Sony for $769 that will last longer and look better than those Walmart cheapies.
There's another old saying, you get what you pay for.
Yeah, some brands are only available at the big box stores. No parts, no service. That's why you won't find them at Good Vibes.
Well, I like supporting local business. I believe in being involved in the local community.
I know. You're on the Werfel Award watch list. That's the trophy given to the college football player who best combines exemplary community service with athletic and academic achievement. You hit hard on and off the field.
Good thing this is radio, or you could see me blushing. Well, maybe not.
That's his buddy. Now you're hanging out with linebackers, man. Not just shooting guards. Now you're linebacker.
I love it.
Come on, Steve
There we
Suderman.
go.
How about that?
It was fun to get with that fella and meet him and sit down and make the recording. He's what you see is what you get. He's got a smile that's really infectious, and he was one of the most positive people I ever ran into.
What is his name?
Kanena Odaluga.
And what is his number?
39.
Okay, I'm going to watch your 39.
That was two soft labs. Thank you.
Hey, what is Kanena Odaluga spelled backwards? What is that? Harry Carey used to
they call
say
him KO. I like that.
Yeah, KO. Well, that's awesome. How about a sellout, man? We got a sellout at Memorial Stadium for Kanena.
With that's pretty cool. And it's an orange out.
Yeah,
so it should be
Absolutely.
visually.
So say Kanena
Odaluga.
All right, number 39.
Odaluga.
Number 1 in our hearts for supporting good vibes. Locally owned and operated, big screens, the whole deal.
I do want to say there was an election local. This is not the one coming up, but the News Gazette had their People's Choice thing, and we are a 4-peat for number 1.
Well, congratulations.
I'm very proud of that.
Well, you're very, very good. Christian, after buying his beautiful mini LED. You guys, Jason and one other fellow put that in the brick kind of stone above the fireplace, and they did it in
a little extra degree of difficulty.
Oh
on
my
that,
gosh! But I looked at it, critically. I said, "This is absolutely perfectly level, and it's perfect. It's awesome." And the picture, I can't even describe the pictures on some of these sets now. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it looks so good, and everybody likes a sale. Holiday weekends are predictably a good time to buy stuff, and Labor Day is no exception. The Labor Day deals are available from just about everybody. The LG OLEDs, a leading consumer magazine, said they're the best high-end TVs for the buck. They're on sale. They're taking $800 off the 8-foot Sony TV, as well as their OLEDs are on sale. Polk soundbars are 25% off.
Wow.
They're a good deal at their regular price. They're outstanding at 25% off. Sonos, Klipsch, the big guns on sound are all having deals that run through this weekend. So it is a very good time to buy something to make your life a little brighter, both picture and sound-wise.
Well, I tell you what, it's really fun to come into your store. You're next to the driver's license facility in Round Barn. You can look at all of them, compare. That's when I saw the mini LED versus the other. The mini LED's brighter, just brighter.
It's a happy surprise, and now there's something coming called micro LED, but I don't want to talk about that too much.
Oh my gosh! Called like what is it called?
Micro LED.
Man,
it will be the next wave, but it's 2 years off.
Okay, but you always get the look.
Hey, but we're number 1.
I know. Congratulations!
I love it. Good job.
There was a pretty heavy metal band back in the day. I don't know if you remember a group called Bad Company.
Bad Company.
Yeah. Not my favorite.
Yeah, it makes your head bob a little bit, though. Steve Suderman, how can people connect with you?
You can find us on the web at gvibes.com, or you can visit us physically at 2010 Round Barn Road.
Yeah, go on in there and say hey to Steve Suderman, perennially young, good man. Thank you, buddy. Keep it going.
All right.
Talk soon. Thank you. Steve Suderman, friend for many, many years. And been on the radio with me for decades.
That's right.
I don't know. This is just one of those songs that played on the radio back in the early 1970s.
Yes, it did.
All right, we got the news coming up. Don't forget, we're giving out tickets to Illinois Sellout. We have some.
Text in Illini, your link to top talent and opportunities locally owned and operated at 1001 North Madison, Champaign, expresspros.com. But yeah, 359-2255. Text in Illini. We'll contact you Thursday, tomorrow, and let you know if you're a winner for Saturday's Illinois versus number 19 Kansas, 6 o'clock kickoff on Saturday.
Yep. Let me see if I can relate to our older crowd. I have Illinois tickets. I have Beanie Babies. Remember that?
Yes.
Oh, boy, when you had Beanie Babies.
We had to stand in line for those.
For hours and hours.
Back in the day.
Anyway, that's what we do at the University of Illinois on this campus. We have sellouts. And,
yes,
it's
we
do. Normal stuff.
Wear orange. Hell to the orange.
There's actually going to be some scalpers out.
Mm-hmm.
There's a market now. Anyway, I love it. We're going to break for the news. Come back, 217-359-2255. You can comment on anything we've done or say or anything at all on the Fisher National Bank text line. All of our guests appear on Jim Hampton's Tapman's Towing phone line. We'll be right back. You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.
They want to question the Secretary of State under oath. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. House Republicans have sent a subpoena to Anthony Blinken.
House Republicans are threatening contempt charges if Secretary of State Blinken doesn't appear for a House Foreign Affairs Committee hearing on September 19th. Chairman Michael McCall, in a letter, says current and former State Department officials have confirmed Secretary Blinken was the final decision maker on what turned out to be a chaotic exit from Afghanistan, where 13 U.S. service members were killed.
That's Fox's Ryan Schmelz. The State Department's calling the subpoena unnecessary. That Blinken has testified on Afghanistan multiple times, and they've turned over thousands of records. While Israel still deals with Hamas and Gaza, Hezbollah militants fired more than 60 rockets from Lebanon today.
Some of them being intercepted by Israel's missile defense system, the Iron Dome. No serious injuries were reported, though some damage was reported to at least one building in the area. The event was another example of how Iranian proxies continue daily attacks against Israel and comes after Israeli air defense shot down an incoming drone launched from Iraq overnight.
Fox's Trey Yingst in Tel Aviv. Russia bombed the Ukrainian city of Lviv overnight, killing 7 people. Hours later, Ukraine's foreign minister resigned amid a political shakeup during the war. The day after Russian missile strikes left more than 50 people dead in Poltava. The Secret Service is feeling more heat over the Trump assassination attempt. Republican Senator Josh Hawley tells Fox whistleblowers have come forward, saying some agents at the rally were from Homeland Security and didn't have a protection background.
Now, they say that those agents were only given a single 2-hour online training to prepare. The training video was pre-recorded, and some even say that those videos were riddled with tech failures.
Fox's Brooke Singman. Tonight, former President Trump has a town hall forum in Pennsylvania on Fox News Channel, hours after Vice President Harris campaigns in New Hampshire touting proposed small business tax breaks. America's listening to Fox News.
You might wonder, John Legend, how do you keep your voice sounding so legendary? Honey. And how do I keep my protection against COVID-19 up to date? With a COVID shot this season, designed for recent variants.
You can get your COVID-19 shot when getting your flu shot if you're due for both, as recommended by the CDC.
The fresher, the better.
Ask your healthcare provider about getting this season's COVID-19 shot when getting your flu shot.
Sponsored by Pfizer. Donald Trump Jr. here. Since January of 2021, the cost of living has increased by 17.9%. You can't get that money back, but you can stop your losses by diversifying into a gold IRA from my friends at Birch Gold Group. To learn more, get your free info kit on gold IRAs by texting the word SHELTER to 989898. That's SHELTER to the number 989898 to get your free info kit from Birch Gold now.
Message and data rates may apply.
A police officer's in critical condition in Phoenix, Arizona, after being shot last night responding to a car break-in. Another officer also shot but spared by a bulletproof vest. There is a suspect in custody. That happened the same day a deputy was gunned down in Texas.
Houston police say a person of interest is in custody for the fatal shooting of Harris County Precinct 4 Constable Deputy Mayor Husseini, killed on his way to work.
I will share with you that he was shot in his car at the intersection by the person who walked out of their car and shot at the victim or the deputy.
Houston Police Chief Noe Diaz. Kristen Goodwin, Fox News.
In Tarrant County, Texas, outside Dallas, a woman's been indicted for attempted murder, accused of trying to drown a 3-year-old Muslim girl in a swimming pool in May. After an argument with the child's Palestinian mother, a hate crime enhancement's been added to the charges against Elizabeth Wolf. The legal battles continue over President Biden's attempts to wipe out college student loan debt as 7 Republican-led states take the latest Biden plan to court.
The lawsuit, led by Missouri Attorney General Andrew Bailey, wants to stop the Education Department from carrying out a student loan forgiveness plan by the Biden administration. The plan is different from the one the Supreme Court struck down last year. The suit is joined by Georgia, Alabama, Arkansas, Florida, North Carolina, and Ohio. The proposed loan forgiveness plan is set to be finalized this fall, and no debt can be forgiven under the policy before then. The Washington Post reports that the GOP-led states say they have proof that the Department of Education is telling loan servicers to start clearing the debt days before the rule is finalized. Education Department officials declined to comment on pending litigation. Tanya J. Powers, Fox News.
On Wall Street, stocks could drop again. Futures are down modestly the day after a massive sell-off to drag the Dow down more than 600, the NASDAQ almost 600 points. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. For 8 decades, Hoopeston has been adding their own twist to the holiday of Labor Day. Monday, residents celebrating the 80th annual National Sweet Corn Festival each year. Nearly 50,000 ears of corn gets cooked for the community, with people coming from all over to have a good time and try some of the ears of sweet corn. One visitor said the event continues to grow each year. Iroquois County Sheriff's deputies pursued a suspect who reportedly was armed with a hostage. The chase crossed the border into Newton County, Indiana, and the Newton County Sheriff's Office joined that pursuit. After crashing, the suspect got out and exchanged gunfire with law enforcement. Both the suspect and Newton County Sheriff's Corporal were hit by gunfire. Mass Transit District of Urbana-Champaign successfully restored the campus bus system to pre-pandemic service quality last week. The final changes were implemented Friday, adding more than 100 operating hours to all daytime, evening, and weekend campus routes. Buses will now appear at campus route stops every 10 minutes. You're locally up to date from the Stevie Jay Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Thank you, Jim. Well, it is September 4. It's going to feel Tuesday all day, Solier, but it is Wednesday.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. And thank you for the day off, by the way, on Monday.
Yeah, that was
Appreciate it.
really enjoyed by all.
Yes.
And we have NFL football starting tomorrow night. It is the Baltimore Ravens at the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yes.
Can Kansas City win a third Super Bowl in a row?
No.
I think they can.
I don't think
It's
so.
called 1-5. It's called Patrick Mahomes.
We've got some on Chicago Bears.
And Andy Reid, too.
Yeah, he's real good. He really is good.
Yeah.
I mean, I just think that nobody in the history of the Super Bowl has ever won 3 in a row. And they've been a number of people that have done 2 straight, but not very many.
Not Kansas City. They're done.
You know who I think is going to go farther along as an underdog this year? The folks up at, 2.5 hours north of us.
Green Bay?
The Bears.
No. Bears? Because I'm thinking Chicago, north of Chicago.
Bears in Philadelphia Friday night.
Well, I'm talking north of yous guys.
Okay.
That's about 3-4 hours away. Yeah,
I think
Tennessee at Soldier Field, Sunday at noon.
I mean, there's just the darned of it is that Green Bay is really good. I think Green Bay will win the game against Philadelphia Friday.
Okay.
And I'll take the Lions are really good. Dan Campbell.
Okay.
That's a rough-looking guy.
That whole NFC North is relatively good.
It is NFC Central, isn't it? Is it North now?
North. No, it's a North.
Is it?
Central is from a few years ago, sir.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, I'm behind on the thing. I never got the memo. Anyway, it's we still have our fantasy football draft, which is tonight, and I don't know anything. I didn't. It's like you wake up in a dream and you're on a play in the stage and you don't know the lines.
Right.
I didn't look at anything from my fantasy draft.
Oh, man.
So good luck to me. Okay, Greg Solier is with us, ladies and gentlemen. Time for our weather forecast, and we're looking good for the rest of the week, sir.
Yes, we certainly are. A nice, comfortable, early hint of fall in the air morning. And if you've missed out on the past couple here, or the past 2 or 3 weeks, we'll get into another little brief fall feel around here over the course of Friday and into the weekend. But back into warmer to milder to drier. Yeah, what rain you got there Friday, that's it for the next 2 or 3 weeks around here. Wet over the southeastern states. Tropics getting a little bit down that particular part of the country. East and southeast of Johnny's place, he tries to say, and into the Pacific Northwest and the usual monsoon setup in the southwestern parts of the country. Hot weather, if you're looking for that, 105, 115 still baking away in the desert southwest and into the valleys of California as well, and even some 90-degree air lurking west of us over the next couple of days. Out the door this morning, anything but that summer feel at 53 at Willard and Savoy, 55 at Rantoul later on today, 84. That's more typical of a September 4. A bit of a southeast to south wind. Lots of sunshine, clear tonight, milder 61, sunny, warm tomorrow and 86. Clouds rolling tomorrow night and a low down into the lower 60s. There may be a shower thunderstorm first thing on Friday morning, then partly sunny, breezy, cooler, a couple of raindrops in the afternoon, and a high up near 76. Far cry for Friday night football, high school style versus last Friday around here. Then for the ball games, Saturday evening after a high of 69 will be about 62, 63 at kickoff. Clear skies, light wind, delightful sellout crowd weather out there at Memorial Stadium. We'll be up in the lower 70s on Sunday, 75 to 80 in here for Monday and Tuesday of next week. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm just Greg Solgay.
All right, thank you, partner. Appreciate it very much. ESPN 93.5, 10 after. Baseball still going on. Cardinals beat. And the Cardinals, by the way, it's too little too late, but they are on their 5th playoff team in a row. Started with Milwaukee, they won 2 out of 3. Then they went to Minnesota, playoff team, won 2 out of 3. Then they played 2-2, 4-game series. They split with a playoff team, Padres. Then they went to the New York Yankees, the house that Ruth built, and won 2 out of 3.
Yeah, that was like historic, I think.
And then Sonny Gray against Milwaukee. If the Cardinals win today, they'll win 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
So they're... Dang.
We talked about the strength of schedule at the end of the Cardinals' run here and how hard it's going to be, but they're keeping up.
Well, it's again, 20 games too late, but it's at least they're playing well at the end.
And what's happened to the Cubs? I mean, it was like in the teens for like 3 games last week. It was incredible.
A lot of runs and stuff.
Incredible bats.
Then
and
they
now,
hit that buzzsaw.
It was 5-0 against Pittsburgh.
Pirates, last place team. That's what happens when you're not real good. You'll beat teams you shouldn't, and then you lose teams you shouldn't lose to. That's just the way it goes. Anyway, it's over. Illinois and her sellout is the story of the week.
Yes.
We're going to be excited to tailgate all day, and the beautiful temperature is going to be the high 67.
Mm-hmm.
And all the aromas of the grills and the food and all the food.
And for me, I'll be spiritually renewed after hearing Grace talk at Muhammad Christian Church, essentially 8:30 to 3. And it's $35 in case you want to get in last minute. But they are doing a head count now on the box lunch.
Well, Grace will speak about her book, It's Okay, Finding Peace in Unexpected Places. She's terrific at speaking, my daughter Grace. And she'll be happy to be with the wonderful people that will be attending Muhammad Christian Church in the Muhammad's Women's Conference. They do it every year, but good crowd. I'm understanding a lot of people are signing up.
Yeah.
So. And then it's still time to go to the game.
That's right.
Get done at 3.
6 o'clock game, and then the next morning, I'll be at the walk for ALS at Hessel Park. Registration at 9:30, walk at 11. In Philo, it's show up at 4, walk at 4:30 past Chuck Coberline's house as we support him.
Dear friend Chuck Coberline.
And I know Alto Vineyards is doing the Candy Foster Scholarship thing on Sunday afternoon, the 8th, between 2 and 5. So they've tapped me to MC.
Over under for Diane's weekend events is 7. 7 items. She'll be at 7 places.
Need to learn to say no. It's all good.
It's good they still call you.
Yes, it is. I'm honored to be a part of so many great things in our community. Oh, my goodness.
And there's always a lot going on.
There is.
All right, going to jump to our morning sports, ESPN 93.5. Okay, what's happening, Diane?
Well, we were talking Illinois, Kansas, sold out. You can text in Illini to try to win some tickets. We're working with Express Employment Professionals to do that giveaway. You are linked to top talent and opportunities locally owned and operated. 1001 North Madison, Champaign. Illini 359-2255. We'll let you know tomorrow.
And people are coming in with that, right? They want a lot of texts.
That's right. And it's super easy. You don't have to pick these up. We just slide them over to your phone because Stevie J is so technically advanced with that digital wallet.
Yep, that's right.
It did work for EIU.
Thanks, Diane. You're right.
I was nervous when we were handing them out at Pia's, and to me, it's extra hoops to learn the person's number instead of just handing over the ticket.
But it's how everything's going, man.
Right.
No more paper.
I said to Terry Harlan, how long has it been since you gave a number to a young lady like me? He was like, this is great, Diane. Thank you.
Oh, boy.
St. Louis Cardinals win over Milwaukee. Because of that, we got your Redbird recap.
With Ricky Horton, I'm John Rooney, and a long day's journey in tonight ended in 12 innings last night as the Cardinals turned back the Brewers 7-4, and tonight the Cardinals will be going for a series win.
So many heroes last night. Paul Goldschmidt hit a home run that tied him with Joe DiMaggio on the all-time list. Another 3-hit game for him. Cardinals bullpen was outstanding. Matthew Liberatore especially good out of the Cardinals pen. Ryan Helsley pitched well, throwing 101, and just an awful lot of heroes, including Michael Ciani, who got a big hit.
And the pitch to him is hit into left field for a base hit. 1 run scores. Here comes another. Herrera will score from second base, and the Cardinals take the lead in the 12th. Michael Ciani delivers. 6-4 Cardinals.
Michael Ciani put the Cardinals ahead. The Cardinals added one more and won 7-4. And we're on the air tonight at 5:45. Sonny Gray will pitch for the Redbirds.
All right. He's good, too.
Yep. Sonny's having the best season, I think.
Colin Ray for the Milwaukee Brewers.
Yeah.
6:40 start here on ESPN 93.5. Pittsburgh over the Cubs 5-0. They'll use Shota Imanaga coming up at 6:40 over on US 105.9 as that series continues. Baltimore blanked the Chicago White Sox 9-0. 5:35 start for that game. Illinois volleyball beat ISU in 3. 47 kills, 7 aces, looking good. I guess Indianapolis's Fever is qualified for the playoffs.
All right.
After the Las Vegas team beat Chicago's Sky, they'll play the LA Sparks tonight.
I think Caitlin Clark's coming into her own.
Absolutely.
She doesn't have to score 40. She scores like 16 or 20, but 10 assists, 20 assists, whatever. So, yeah, she's taken the rough and tumble and handled it very, very well because she got shoved around a lot early on.
Right. And Frances Tiafoe and Taylor Fritz have set up an All-American semifinal at the U.S. Open with victories yesterday, guaranteeing the United States a man in the title match at the country's Grand Slam tournament for the first time in 18 years.
Well, I mean, Djokovic, right? I mean, that's who's going to win, right? Isn't he in it?
I think he's out now.
Is he out? Okay.
So and it was unusual to have such stellar names that we've known for generations, I feel like, that have not made it through this year.
What if they ever have the U.S. Open pickleball?
Hey, think you're on to something.
I think out of 330 million Americans, about 300 million Americans can play pickleball.
Yeah.
It is very inclusive. You just don't have to move as much.
They have some good courts at Hessel Park.
You watch people play that thing, and they smash it. You got to be pretty quick. Busey Bank's commitment to the pillars of their organization, their associates, customers, communities, and shareholders have been a defining aspect of their culture for more than 155 years. If you're part of Busey in 1868, what do you wear to work? Did I bring my holster? I mean, really. What do you wear to work in 1868 when Busey started?
I don't know.
You're coming by horse, right? You're riding your horse
with your.
I know, but do you wear the
cowboy hat?
I think you have to take your hat off inside. Anyway, I just think things like that. Each day, their vision is brought to life by doing the right thing for customers as they build trusted relationships that span many generations. To learn more about the Busey Promise, turn the pages of their Pillar magazine as they proudly shine a spotlight on positive partnerships across their communities, including University of Illinois women's basketball coach Shauna Green, how she strives to use the game as a platform for teaching life skills and inspiring others to chase their dreams. The legacy and impact of the Joliet Park District, organization which for over a century has remained committed to providing quality facilities. And there's a piece on the New Life Equity Loan Program. It's a distinctive, unique product that's offered exclusively by Busey and allows customers to secure credit against the cash value of their life insurance policy. To read these stories and more, go to Busey.com/The Pillar today. Investment product services not FDIC insured, may lose value, no bank guarantee. And not very many worked at Busey in 1868, right? Probably didn't have a huge hiring.
I don't know what that looks like.
Did you have to have a job fair back then?
You know, my look is like a John Wayne movie or something is what I think of when I think of like banks and stuff like that back in the day.
Yeah, that was before telephone too. There was no calling the bank.
Right. What's my account balance?
Yeah, if it bounced, they probably went to your house and say, "Bob, I can't do this. You need to pay me $72 more."
Man.
And if you had $10 in the bank in 18, it's probably pretty good. Probably felt pretty good about yourself because bread costs a nickel. or something. All right, we're going to check your weather. I just kind of go off on tangents.
Yes, you do, Stevie. That's why we love you.
1868. That's a long time ago, man. Ulysses S. Grant stuff.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for East Central Illinois. Champaign and Van vicinity. Nice couple of days of late summertime weather across East Central Illinois, the Twin Cities and beyond. Strong cold front will come racing through the area late tomorrow night. May generate a couple of showers in the transition. Cooler air settles on in for the day on Friday, back into a hint of early autumn over the course of the weekend. Then we'll stair-step temperatures quite nicely back into late summertime levels over the middle and late portions of next week and beyond, and a largely dry weather pattern too. Sunny, warmer for the day today, up around 84, and a light southeast to south wind. Tonight, not as cool, mostly clear at 61. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, warm. South breeze will stay light, the high around 86. Clouds gather tomorrow night, lows to the lower 60s, and breezy and cooler weather on Friday. A couple of showers around with a partly sunny sky and a high to about 76. Cool for the seas on Saturday, partly cloudy, highs to about 69, about 62 at kickoff time. Dry weather there. Sunday with highs into the lower 70s. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
I'm Neil Cavuto, and this is the Fox Business Report.
The U.S. trade deficit rose to $78.8 billion in July. It suggests Americans are buying more things from other countries. It is an increase, though not as much as predicted. Both imports and exports rose in July. U.S. Steel is warning that plants will close and it might move its headquarters out of Pittsburgh if its merger with Nippon Steel doesn't happen. The company says it needs the nearly $3 billion that Nippon has pledged to invest in U.S. Steel. Dollar Tree says it's feeling immense pressures from what it calls the challenging economy. Its quarter was disappointing. Hormel Foods' quarter was mixed. It's been dealing with lower prices for turkeys and had a production shutdown at a plant in Virginia. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jenny Coselda, invested in you.
From the Fox News Podcasts Network.
I'm Janice Dean, Fox News senior meteorologist, and my podcast, The Janice Dean Podcast. Every week, I'll be focusing in on a person, a place, or a thing that deserves your attention because it makes the world a better place. Be sure to subscribe to The Janice Dean Podcast at foxnewspodcast.com or wherever you listen to your podcasts. And don't forget to spread the sunshine.
America's listening to Fox News.
Hi, I'm Tyler Weaver, president of Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery. It's time to come home to Carpet Weavers. We don't want you to just like your new floors. We want you to love them. From waterproof floors and carpet to furnitures and design advice, we've got a team of experts on your side. We'll get you the best price and the best quality products. And complete your home with furniture and accessories. Buy it all with free financing too. Come home to Carpet Weavers, where floors, furniture, and family meet.
Here's another home improvement insight from Kramer Siding and Window. New roofing and siding are a winning combination that can instantly change the look, feel, and function of your home. Our Kramer Siding and Window team takes pride in being an Owens Corning Platinum Preferred contractor, able to offer a best-in-the-business 50-year warranty. Pair it with preservation siding in your favorite style and color, and your home will be a showstopper. Start today and save 10% on roofing and 25% on siding. Call us, click on kramersiding.com, or visit the showroom in Champaign.
When your pipes are in a pinch and your drains are feeling the strain, who do you call? The plumbing pros, of course. At Dogtown Heating, Air, and Plumbing, they're your reliable partners in all things plumbing. From leaky faucets to clogged drains, they can get any problem you have cleaned up and taken care of. Their licensed plumbers are on call 24/7, ready to swoop in and save the day whenever a plumbing emergency strikes. Don't let a plumbing problem ruin your day. Call at 217-841-4728 or visit them online at dogtownheatingandair.com. Dogtown Heating, Air, and Plumbing, your home's best friend.
Here's what new customers are saying about Interstate Batteries.
It's nice to see capable and helpful associates. They did a top-notch job.
They were easy to talk to and explained everything.
Service was prompt and I was a walk-in. Total service time was only like 20 minutes. I highly recommend Interstate Batteries.
Interstate Batteries, outrageously dependable. How much is dependable worth? Experience them for the first time at 2504 North Mattis. Way out there, but worth the drive. Interstate Batteries, outrageously dependable.
Visit interstatebatteries.com.
Your favorite Mexican restaurant, El Toro on West Springfield in Champaign, is still open 7 days a week despite the construction on West Springfield. If you're craving those mouth-watering Mexican dishes, just enter from the east. When you see the barricade at Springfield and Kenwood, look for their special driveway. It'll guide you straight to El Toro. El Toro will be serving up your favorites all through the construction for the next 5 months. Open daily and ready to welcome you. El Toro, your destination for authentic Mexican cuisine, even during construction. Who doesn't like Claire Clark in Indianapolis, huh? She's with visitindy.com. She happens to be friends with the Hurtubise family, Jacob Hurtubise, who got to Cincinnati for 6 weeks in the big leagues, Claire. I don't know if you heard that, but he made the big leagues this year. And then just played in Indianapolis over this last weekend. Had a big home run, had 4 hits on Sunday.
Yeah.
Anyway, we love Zionsville. We love Claire Clark. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing well. Love to always talk about success from, Hoosiers, especially with it being a Hurtubise. But happy to be back on the show, and we got so much to talk about. It is all eyes are on Indy sports teams this weekend in Indianapolis.
Well, you got the Colts, man, and they might be pretty good this year. I think the projection is, they're going to be good.
Yes, we are hopeful for our season. We have our season opener this weekend against the Texans. It's going to be beautiful, 70 degrees in Indianapolis. And if you're making the trip, my recommendation is to go to the Hangar Bar before the game. They have a $30 all-you-can-eat that includes 2 drinks and a ride on a handlebar to Lucas Oil Stadium. So that's the best pregame spot to be at before the game in Indy.
What am I eating? What's all-you-can-eat? What kind of food, Claire? You said all-you-can-eat.
Sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah, all-you-can-eat. What kind of food for $30?
They have all-you-can-eat breakfast food. They'll have pizza rolls, everything that you would want before a football game.
Awesome.
Right, because that's a noon start.
Yeah,
so.
go eat a bunch. That's
Exactly.
awesome. That's called Hangers.
And then we also have the Indiana Fever. They are home for their next 6 games, with games tonight and Friday. This is the most watched team in the WNBA. They just secured a spot in the playoffs. That was announced earlier this morning. And so we're just so excited to see the winning streak continue for our Indiana Fever.
All right. Can you hear me all right, Claire?
I could not. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, all right, keep talking. Give me something else.
That's right. The arts.
I don't know. Claire?
Poor thing. We have a bad connection or something.
Well, she sounds great. I think she doesn't hear us. And I see all the buttons are pushed, so I don't get it. Darn it. She's so good. All right, so go to visitindy.com, visitindy.com.
We were talking about the Fever, how they clinched a playoff spot.
Yeah,
I have that in my
Clark.
sport. So they're playing against the LA Sparks tonight, and we're all about Caitlin Clark. I mean, those many, many venues have sold out wherever Caitlin is playing.
Yeah. Claire, you there? Apologies. I don't know. Anyway, visitindy.com. They just got a list of things going on. Indianapolis is a great town.
Absolutely. And that
Love going there.
Newfields is the art, epicenter. And Pinrod is the Saturday art fair that's happening at Newfields, too. You can learn more at visitindy.com.
All right, 827.
Illini fans win free tickets. Stevie Jay Broadcasting has teamed up with Express Employment Professionals, your local link to top talent opportunities. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 for your chance to win tickets to upcoming home games. That's Illini to 359-2255. Express Employment Professionals, respecting people, impacting business at 1001 North Mattis. Express Employment Professionals says go Illini. Visit expresspros.com.
Cardinals fans, we have one of the most unique giveaways of the year coming up on Saturday, September 7th. That Saturday kicks off Hall of Fame weekend at Busch Stadium. The Cardinals host the Mariners, and 25,000 fans ages 16 and older will take home an exclusive canvas print featuring some of St. Louis's most beloved Cardinals Hall of Famers, all courtesy of Edward Jones. Saturday, September 7th, mark it down. Hall of Fame weekend, your chance to take home this great, unique canvas print. For tickets, visit cardinals.com/promotions.
This is Ozzie Smith, St. Louis Cardinals for the Lou.
This is Starla Carr with Provident Financial Group. There's no one-size-fits-all retirement plan. Finding the right plan for you depends on many factors. The good news is we can help you improve your retirement readiness, whatever your situation. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Commonwealth Financial Network. Member FINRA SIPC, a registered investment advisor.
Looking for the best deal on your next vehicle? Visit Sarah Champagne, where your dream car awaits. From sleek sedans to rugged SUVs, they've got it all. Their unbeatable prices and exceptional customer service make car buying a breeze. Plus, with their hassle-free financing options, driving off in your new ride has never been easier. Sarah Champagne, Honda, BMW, Subaru, Buick, GMC. Visit them today. Sarah, SERRA, Champagne.com.
Better banking experiences start with local people and local decision making. Hi, this is Ryan Heiser, President and CEO of Fisher National Bank. We are a locally owned community bank that has served the area since 1955. Fisher National is rooted in the communities we serve. We pride ourselves on providing financial resources that match or better the mega banks. We are your friends and neighbors who are involved in your communities and take a vested interest in seeing our customers thrive and prosper. Offering a line of rewarding consumer-centric deposits, home mortgages, small business banking, and agricultural lending. There are no compromises banking local with Fisher National. Our convenient online and mobile tools are second to none. We'll work hard to meet your financial needs and earn your trust. Learn more about Fisher National at fishernational.com or stop by one of our branches. Our team looks forward to serving you.
Fisher National Bank. Exceptional communities, exceptional people. Member FDIC.
Remember we talked about, AI and whoever programs it can program it to have a bias and all that. Well, Alexa, who can tell you the weather, and Alexa can tell you the latest movies. Mm-hmm. Alexa was asked by some guy about the election, and you got to hear this. Yeah, somebody programmed it that was from Harvard or something. Stand by for this. It is 8:30 in Champaign-Urbana. Time for Fox News.
Fox News, I'm Therese Crowley. 61 days to the election, and a whistleblower reports Secret Service woefully unprepared the day Donald Trump was shot in Butler, Pennsylvania. Senator Josh Hawley tells Fox that many Homeland Security agents were standing in. They were only training a 2-hour webinar.
They were pulled off those cases, said, here, you're going to go guard the former president of the United States. Watch this webinar. Oops, it doesn't really work. Oh, that's all right. Go out into the field anyway.
Secret Service responds it respects the role of oversight. Candidate Trump returns to Pennsylvania for what could have been the first Kamala Harris debate, but Harris turned it down, so Trump talks directly to voters in a Fox News town hall tonight with Fox's Hannity. Candidate Harris hits New Hampshire, still pulling together an economic policy, proposing a small business tax deduction up to $50,000. Justice Department investigating NVIDIA for antitrust with its AI chips. America's listening to Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Iroquois County Sheriff's deputies pursued a suspect who reportedly was armed with a hostage. The chase crossed the border into Newton County, Indiana, and the Newton County Sheriff's Office joined that pursuit. After crashing, the suspect got out and exchanged gunfire with law enforcement. Both the suspect and Newton County Sheriff's Corporal were hit by gunfire. Mass Transit District of Urbana-Champaign successfully restored the campus bus system to pre-pandemic service quality last week. The final changes were implemented Friday, adding more than 100 operating hours to all daytime, evening, and weekend campus routes. Buses will now appear at campus route stops every 10 minutes. For 8 decades, Hoopeston has been adding their own twist to the holiday of Labor Day. Monday, residents celebrating the 80th annual National Sweet Corn Festival. Each year, nearly 50,000 ears of corn gets cooked for the community, with people coming from all over to have a good time and try some of the ears of sweet corn. One visitor said the event continues to grow each year. You're locally up to date from the Stevie Jay Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim.
All right, weather brought to you by the Urbana Night Market at the Square.
Yes, something new, and it starts tomorrow with Samba Soul performing. You know, we are familiar with the Saturday morning Market at the Square near Lincoln Square at Illinois and Vine. Well, this is art and food trucks and music. It's tomorrow between 6 and 9 through October 10th. Enjoy.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather. Free Central Illinois, Champaign event. If it's Saturday, nice spell of late summertime weather for the next couple. Next cold front due in here for Thursday night with cooler air settling on in for Friday. Hint of early autumn in the air, but dry skies, light winds for football Saturday evening. Big warm up slated again for the middle late portions of next week, and a dry weather pattern here for the next 2 or 3 weeks. Sunny, warmer for the day today up around 84 and a light south breeze. Tonight, not as cool, clear, and 61. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, warm with a high around 86 degrees on a bit of a southwesterly wind. Increasing clouds, 62 tomorrow night, and a couple of passing brief light showers early and late in the day on Friday. Partly sunny, breezy, cooler at 76. Partly cloudy, dry weather on football Saturday. Highs up to 69, 62 at kickoff time with light winds and clear skies. Highs up to 71 on Sunday. Mid-70s Monday. We climb back into the 80s in a dry weather pattern that continues on in Suttonfield over the middle and late portions of next week, too. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm Beetlejuice, Greg Soldier.
In an ever-changing real estate market, it is so important to work with experienced agents like Russ and Nick Taylor with the Taylor teams at Taylor Realty Associates. They have the knowledge and expertise to get your home sold for the most amount of money in the shortest amount of time. Trust the experience and success of Russ and Nick Taylor with the Taylor team at Taylor Realty Associates. Give them a call today at 217-355-0700 or visit them online at taylorboys.com. That's taylorboys.com.
Attention drivers. When it comes to your car, trust matters. That's why savvy drivers choose PDR Automotive for top-notch service and unbeatable quality. From routine maintenance to complex repairs, their team of expert technicians has the skill and experience to keep your vehicle running smoothly. At PDR Automotive, customer satisfaction is their priority, and they won't rest until your car is back on the road performing at its best. Visit PDR Automotive in Urbana today, family-owned and operated for more than 50 years. They're what's best for your truck or car. They are PDR.
Let Max Twin City Recycling pay you for your junk metal items. As the weather begins to heat up, now is a great time to put cash in your pocket for the steel, copper, brass, and aluminum items you've been meaning to get rid of. We've recently added a large concrete pad to make unloading quicker and cleaner for our customers. Visit us on North Lincoln Avenue, just north of I-74, or at maxrecycling.com.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
Golden Nugget Casino is your winning destination for fun and fortune. Since our grand opening, we paid out over $23 million in jackpots to more than 10,000 winners. In July, more than 800 guests won jackpots totaling over $2 million. Golden Nugget Casino, the best place to win. Located just off I-74 at the Illinois-Indiana border in Danville. Not valid for any participant of the Illinois Gaming Board statewide voluntary self-exclusion program. Must be 21 and older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Looking for the perfect pair of boots? Come on down to Pard's Western Shop in Urbana. With an amazing selection that fits every style, Pard's has the perfect pair waiting for you the next time you're hitting the rodeo or stepping out in style. They've got great deals and sale prices on men's cowboy boots, girls' cowgirl boots, and kids' boots. And their friendly staff will make sure you leave with the boots you love. Pard's Western Shop, serving its customers with high-quality merchandise since 1968. Go see them today at 306 North Maple Street in Urbana.
All right, so you've heard about bias built into the media and your social media and everything else. Well, this is pretty interesting regarding Alexa. And by the way, when your phone is just sitting near you, people can hear it.
I know.
Everything you say is gettable by anybody in the government.
It's true.
So Alexa, I mean, sometimes when we had one on, it'd say, I'm sorry I didn't hear that. I wasn't talking to you.
Right.
No, it's weird.
That's creepy.
Right,
or you know, you're talking with your spouse about, I need to upgrade my eyeglasses, and all of a sudden I have all these ads in my, Facebook feed or something on eyeglasses.
No,
it's like,
I know.
What?
No, it's very creepy. So this is a guy that's trying to get information about the election, and let's just see how Alexa responds.
Hey, Alexa, why should I vote for Donald Trump?
Provide content that promotes any political views.
Hey Alexa, why should I vote for Kamala Harris?
Why vote for Kamala Harris? Because you believe in her policies and her vision for the country. Because you trust her experience and her leadership skills. Because you want to continue moving forward as a nation and make progress on issues that matter to you.
Okay, so obviously you get the point. It's a little low volume, but you get the point to where they programmed it, and you have humans program all the AI. So that's why you say, well, AI can't be a complete arbiter. You can't take the human out of it. If you have people, and most people in that, shouldn't say that. Some people in that business intentionally, because they can't stand the Republican guy. Mm-hmm. So I can't imagine that getting one single vote for Kamala Harris, but then again, I don't know.
Right.
If you have Alexa, you're kind of smart and kind of involved in the world, and you're probably a little more aware than just to ask Alexa who to vote for.
Right.
You're not going to do that.
But still, it's censorship going on
Well,
when
it's
no response for Donald Trump, and then at least a 2-minute response on the positives of Kamala Harris.
Well, if you don't like Twitter, I do. I'm all about X. I think it is unfiltered. It is absolutely, it's going to be up there because Elon Musk, we got all that other stuff blocked. All the Hunter laptop stuff that happened to be real and true at the time, we're told, so you must block it. All the COVID information that they didn't like, they, in quotes, didn't like, you didn't get it. So now it's at least out there and you can discern for yourself whether this is real or not real. But to just as a blanket say, boy, you got a lot of responsibilities and you better do what I think is right or we're going to have to ban you. What is that about? You can't start saying, well, you have to have my views and my philosophy or I'm going to just ban your butt and take you on the sideline.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently Elon Musk has acquiesced a little bit to Brazil. They'd shut off X in Brazil, which is quite a lot of people.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people live in Brazil, right?
I know.
Anyway, so that's settled. X is back in Brazil, but you're going to get all the stuff there. Nobody's blocking anything on X anymore, which is very, very refreshing because you just know there's a lot of bias. And I think it is very interesting that Mark Zuckerberg from Facebook, Meta, did a mea culpa and said, I'm so sorry, Donald, I didn't do this. They forced me, which makes you think that he thinks Trump's going to win. And they have all kinds of data at that level. Remember, he donated $500 million to get Joe Biden in and all kinds of stuff on Facebook. So it's fascinating to me that he would leap forward to get in the better graces of Donald Trump thinking he's going to win.
I just pulled up the story when I typed in X and Brazil, and of course it comes up right away, even before you're finished typing.
Yeah.
That's creepy too.
No,
but it says SpaceX satellite internet service Starlink said it will comply with court orders to block social network X, and Elon Musk owns both businesses. Brazil's Supreme Court ordered suspension of X because it defied federal regulations concerning content moderation and the appointment of a legal representative in the country. Musk has been publicly berated in Brazil's administration for months, threatening to be reciprocal seizure of government assets in response to its court orders against his business. So to me, just trying to capture all this, wow, the technology and SpaceX and the satellites and censoring from that level.
Well, they're going to censor if they disagree with what you're doing to their administration.
Right.
So it's, yeah.
Okay.
It's just where we are, but this is highly dangerous. We're talking about the First Amendment here, freedom of speech.
Right.
And so if you're going to...
what kind of information are we getting and how much has it been filtered or gone through, certain people's opinions?
But if you're not allowed to stand in the corner and hold a sign and say something derogatory toward the president, then you don't have free speech. We've been doing that forever.
Mm-hmm.
And so you can't lose that aspect because who is the arbiter of truth? Who decides what is proper and what isn't proper? Well, if it's a lie, well, who decides it's a lie? Well, we have data. Well, maybe the data's corrupt. Maybe it's garbage in, garbage out kind of stuff. You can go down the rabbit hole on that one and say, wait a minute. We need to be able to be ignorant if we want to be ignorant and stupid. As long as we're not harmful, hurting others, and we're peacefully protesting, then you got to be able to do that. You ought to be able to say what you want on the radio, following some certain decency stuff. But you ought to be able to espouse your opinion. That's what we're about. We discuss and argue and have differences of opinion, but we do it peacefully so we don't have to fight. The whole point is we became civilized, I thought. But it still comes down to power, greed, money, ambition, all the things that are very tempting to a human soul. 843, you're welcome to text 217-359-2255. Sports headlines and the weather before we leave you coming up.
Sticky nights and stuffy rooms make it hard to enjoy your home during the summertime? Call Dogtown Heating, Air, and Plumbing to make sure your air conditioning is working at its peak performance. Tune up your AC by joining the maintenance program and get all the perks it has to offer. Call Dogtown to come out for a no-cost quote to upgrade your system today with a Lennox high-efficiency system that will be sure to save you money on your energy bills and let you relax comfortably. Call 217-841-4728 or visit dogtownheatingandair.com. Dogtown Heating, Air, and Plumbing, your home's best friend.
As Tapman's Towing celebrates 50 years of serving Central Illinois, we're always seeking good people to serve our great customers. Our team of expert tow professionals would like to interview others with CDLs, previous tow experience, or a strong interest in serving others. If you enjoy serving people, love working in the outdoors, and looking for a career, not just a job, we should talk soon. Do you have a strong desire but lack the experience? We should still talk. Visit our career page at tapmanstowing.com.
There's a new showroom at Flooring Surfaces in Champaign. Choose your next floor in an incredible space filled with beautiful hardwoods, durable waterproof vinyl, elegant porcelain tiles, and the finest carpets in Central Illinois. Find inspiration around every corner. And when you need help, Flooring Surfaces offers free measuring, free design assistance, and expert advice. Visit Flooring Surfaces today at 401 Mercury Drive in Champaign.
Flooring Surfaces, your first stop.
Get the roof your home deserves by Roof Doctors, your residential roofing specialist that has always offered the best warranties in the industry, like our non-prorated 50-year warranty. Our customers love that we are family-owned and locally operated. We make our customer needs our top priority. With over 30 years experience and the best customer service, give Roof Doctors a call today for your free estimate at 328-7529. In your community and for your community, Roof Doctors.
All right, sports headlines, ESPN 93.5. I'm Stevie Jay. Diane Ducey has that.
Good morning. St. Louis over Milwaukee in 12 innings. The final was 7-4. That contest will continue as we continue this series on ESPN 93.5 with a 6:40 start. Sonny Gray to the mound for the Cardinals and Colin Ray for the Brewers. Pittsburgh blanked the Cubs 5-0. Domingo German on the mound for the Pirates. Shota Imanaga for the Cubs. 6:40 over on US 105.9. Baltimore over the Chicago White Sox 9-0. 5:35 start today. We had Illinois volleyball with 47 kills and 7 aces, off to a good start with their 3-0 taking down the ISU Redbirds in Huff Hall yesterday. A great showing from Avery Hernandez and Raina Terry. Indianapolis's Fever with Caitlin Clark. They're playing the LA Sparks tonight, but because Las Vegas beat Chicago yesterday, they have qualified for the playoffs. And Illinois and Kansas, 6 o'clock on Saturday in Memorial Stadium. Kansas is ranked number 19 now. If you text in Illini, you can try to win tickets from Express Employment Professionals. The number to text in Illini, 217-359-2255. Sold out Memorial Stadium Saturday at 6 against the Jayhawks.
And if you haven't been to one of those, and you very, very well may have never have experienced it, it's just different, meaning it'll truly be the 12th man on a football team, and this will help us. This kind of crowd, and the kids are they're really good athletes. We have a really good bunch of players. Now we're going to be lifted up by a really, really loud crowd.
And to me, we have an evening game. The next game, which is next week, will be Central Michigan, and that's 11 a.m. start for homecoming on September 14th. So that has a whole different thing going on.
Yeah, that's
alumni coming in. There's the Friday night parade and everything else.
Yep. Well, we'll take them one at a time. Let's see if we can upset the Kansas Jayhawks.
That's right.
That would be so.
Go Illini.
It'd be loud. I mean, maybe they can't even do the snap count because they're so loud. Wow. I can't even fathom that. All right, 8:47, check Greg's weather. That's coming up next. ESPN 93.5. It's Wednesday. This is September 4th.
Yeah.
You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
Want unbeatable prices on your next furniture purchase, but also seeking that local hometown feel? Look no further than Kelsey Furniture in Tuscola. Customers rave about their friendly, established staff, as well as their great selection, amazing prices, and second-to-none delivery service. They're a third-generation local business, and they've always got your best interests at heart. Find the look you love for less. Open 9 to 5 Monday through Saturday, but always available online at kelseyfurniture.com. That's kelseyfurniture.com.
Norm Miller here, chairman of Interstate Batteries. You know, without batteries, life would be pretty lifeless. That's why Interstate All Battery Centers carry them in every size, shape, and style so you can drive, drill, call, film, or do whatever it is you want to do. Stop in today. They've got the power to keep you going. Interstate All Battery Center. Outrageously dependable.
Interstate All Battery Center. You'll find them outrageously dependable just over Interstate 74 at 2504 North Mattis Avenue in Champaign, with batteries for most every application in stock.
In 1925, Bud and B. Reichert founded a small plumbing business in Urbana. Today, nearly 100 years later, A&R Mechanical is still thriving. A&R Mechanical believes in designing, building, and maintaining. And is one of the largest and most innovative contractors in the Midwest. Their team creates and sustains essential facility systems for several of the university athletic facilities, like the State Farm Center, the Memorial Stadium expansion, the Ubben Basketball Complex, the Smith Football Performance Center, along with the baseball, softball, and the Immersion Indoor Golf Facility. Their impact on Champaign-Urbana is legendary. For nearly a century, A&R Mechanical has been a cornerstone of our community. I'm Jay Lehman, former Fighting Illini All-American linebacker. Congratulations to A&R Mechanical on nearly 100 years of dedication, innovation, and community spirit. Design, build, maintain. It's what they've done for nearly 100 years and what they'll continue to do for the next 100 years. A&R Mechanical, celebrating a century of excellence in service. Visit ar-mech.com for more details.
You've changed thousands of diapers, played hours of peekaboo and duck duck goose because you do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow will help make it easy and affordable to help you protect your family no matter what the future holds. Because for the people you do anything for, life insurance could mean everything. Call State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow in Champaign-Urbana today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather. Free Central Illinois, Champaign-Urbana. It's Saturday. Nice spell of late summertime weather for the next couple. Next cold front due in here for Thursday night with cooler air settling on in for Friday. Hint of early autumn in the air, but dry skies, light winds for football Saturday evening. Big warm-up slated again for the middle and late portions of next week. And a dry weather pattern here for the next 2 or 3 weeks. Sunny, warmer for the day today up around 84 and a light south breeze. Tonight, not as cool, clear, and 61. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, warm with a high around 86 degrees on a bit of a southwesterly wind. Increasing clouds, 62 tomorrow night, and a couple of passing brief light showers early and late in the day and Friday. Partly sunny, breezy, cooler at 76. Partly cloudy, dry weather on football Saturday. Highs up to 69, 62 at kickoff time with light winds and clear skies. Highs up to 71 on Sunday. Mid-70s Monday. We climb back into the 80s in a dry weather pattern that continues on in Sunfield over the middle and late portions of next week, too. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm Adolphus Greg Soldier.
Jesse with Lands Underground Solutions. Did you know we specialize in underground sewer, water, and drainage pipes? We install and repair the water lines coming in your house or building and the sewer and septic lines leaving your house. From water lines, sewer lines, or drain lines, or even your septic system, Lands Underground has the solution for your problem. Residential, commercial, and industrial, Lands Underground has a solution for you. Lands Underground Solutions. Why call anyone else?
Very happy and honored to have Dr. Abraham Kocherl, Cardiac Electrophysiology, OSF, Heart of Mary in Urbana. What is AFib?
Yeah, so atrial fibrillation is a heart rhythm disorder, and it's actually the most common heart rhythm disorder that needs treatment. So about 6 million Americans have it currently, and it's expected to increase to about 15 million by 2050. So it's a growing problem. There are lots of things that lead to atrial fibrillation, and this includes diseases like diabetes and hypertension, sleep apnea. Other factors that lead to it are an excessive alcohol and tobacco use, being overweight or obese, and being sedentary. You know, generally it's an older person's disease. Generally, if you have other heart conditions, it's worth looking for, so that there's a condition called heart failure, which commonly is associated with atrial fibrillation. So hopefully, if you have one of those conditions, those patients are being seen by a cardiologist, and that cardiologist is paying attention to the heart rhythm and keeping an eye on things to look for the development of atrial fibrillation.
To learn more, visit OSF progressivehealthcare.org.
You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
At Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery, we're flooring people with amazing service, great design advice, and unbeatable selection and the best prices in town. It's the perfect time to update your home with waterproof flooring, carpet, hardwood, tile, and more. Then complete your rooms by shopping our incredible selection of furniture and accessories. We also offer great financing options. Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery, we're flooring people.
Okay, we got the boys this afternoon on the drive after 3 o'clock. It's Kyle Tosk with Derek Piper and Lonte. Jay Lehman was great yesterday. You can go to steviejay.com and listen to the podcast if you missed Jay.
Yeah.
And I can't imagine if we were able to upset Kansas, what kind of show we'd have Monday with Jay Lehman.
My goodness.
Anyway, let's just see if we can get it.
Exactly.
All right, we'll talk tomorrow, Diane.
Enjoy the day.
That's Diane Ducey. I am Stevie J. John Decker will join us live tomorrow morning. Great Television's White House correspondent on Thursday. That'll be tomorrow. All right, thank you for listening. Enjoy the beautiful weather. I'm Stevie J. Have a great Wednesday.
Since 1937, Citizens Equity First Credit Union, or CEFCU, has been serving its 385,000 owners with something better than banking. We believe in an open and honest approach to handling your money. Are you ready for your next car? Enjoy low interest rates on auto loans tailored just for you. Remember, we're not a bank. We're better. Experience the CEFCU difference today, where you're not just a customer, you're an owner. Visit CEFCU.com for more details. Federally insured by NCUA.
Celebrating 70 years of excellence, the University of Illinois Police Training Institute has been a cornerstone of law enforcement training since 1955. To mark the milestone in 2025, there's exciting community outreach events and unveiling plans to modernize the training facilities. Discover how PTI is evolving and how you can support the future of police training. Visit pti.illinois.edu for details, upcoming events, and donation opportunities. University of Illinois Police Training Institute, also on Facebook and Instagram.
Illini fans win free tickets. Stevie J Broadcasting has teamed up with Express Employment Professionals, your local link to top talent opportunities. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 for your chance to win tickets to upcoming home games. That's Illini to 359-2255. Express Employment Professionals, respecting people, impacting business at 1001 North Mattis. Express Employment Professionals says go Illini. Visit expresspros.com.
Crystal Lake Park Family Aquatic Center is open for the summer swimming season. Bring the whole family for a fun day at the pool. The pool opens weekdays at 12:30 p.m. and Saturday and Sundays at 11 a.m. Buy a pool membership or punch cards for savings on admission. Stay up to date on Facebook and Twitter for special days and events at the pool. Have fun and splash in the sun. Go to Crystal Lake Park Family Aquatic Center this summer. For details, visit urbanaparks.org.
You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
From computer systems to brakes and tires too, at PDR, fixing cars is what they do. Remember, when you turn the key and the car won't run, call 367-9481 or use their dedicated text-only line at 383-0619. Additional information including repair quotes and online scheduling requests available from the website at pdrauto.com. Remember, they are what's best for your truck or car. They are PDR.
Our showroom renovation is complete. At the new Flooring Surfaces, you'll enjoy a modern shopping experience in a showroom filled with the latest innovations in floor covering, plus custom blinds, shades, and shutters in an expanded window treatment area. Flooring Surfaces can help you with free design assistance, expert advice, and professional installation, all in a brand new space you have to see to believe. Visit Flooring Surfaces today at 401 Mercury Drive in Champaign.
Flooring Surfaces, your first stop.
Get the roof your home deserves by Roof Doctors, your residential roofing specialist that has always offered the best warranties in the industry, like our non-prorated 50-year warranty. Our customers love that we are family-owned and locally operated. We make our customer needs our top priority. With over 30 years experience and the best customer service, give Roof Doctors a call today for your free estimate at 328-7529. In your community and for your community, Roof Doctors.
You've changed thousands of diapers, played hours of peekaboo and duck duck goose because you do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow will help make it easy and affordable to help you protect your family no matter what the future holds. Because for the people you do anything for, life insurance could mean everything. Call State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow in Champaign-Urbana today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
As Tapman's Towing celebrates 50 years of serving Central Illinois, we're always seeking good people to serve our great customers. Our team of expert tow professionals would like to interview others with CDLs, previous tow experience, or a strong interest in serving others. If you enjoy serving people, love working in the outdoors, and looking for a career, not just a job, we should talk soon. Do you have a strong desire but lack the experience? We should still talk. Visit our career page at Tapman's.
You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis